Game here. Wake Forest head-to-head with LMU. Starter is brought to you by Margaritaville. Applebee's, we talked about, top of the broadcast, was incredible in the first Wake game. Zach Keller with some good minutes off the bench. Andrew Carr transfer from Delaware. Kelly Leah-Pepe, team leader, does it all for the Lions. Justin Arns went to 3 NCAA tournaments with Ohio State, but was not a starter with the Buckeyes in the Big Ten. And Cam Shelton, like Leah-Pepe, a co-captain, lefty, shooter, and loves to get to the rim.
Well, I'll tell you, these are the keys. Wake Forest has got to play defense inside because LMU does like to get the ball in the paint. And Appleby runs the show. He's got to continue taking care of the basketball and running the offense and decent defense. LMU has to pound the paint. And they also have to get out and transition offense, try to get some easy buckets.
And Sanza and Keller, who did not start against LaSalle in the first game, played by Wake, jumping up center court. Arms has the handle, and here we go. Clarence Armstrong, AJ Desai, Kellen Milner are the on-court officials here for our second game. Georgetown won the first game today. Consolation, beat LaSalle for his third win of the year. Appleby, ultra quick, right of the paint for two.
That's one of the keys to the game. Talking about getting the ball in the hands of Appleby. He runs it so well. Not only does he do a good job scoring, but he is a facilitator.
Anderson, all West Coast Conference pick. Barnes, the only player on the line roster who's played an NCAA tournament in his career. There are a lot of transfers. Steve Ford's the reigning ACC Coach of the Year. Huge turnaround in his last season, year 2 in Winston-Salem.
One of the best in the ACC. One of the things that LMU is going to be looking for, look at the shot clock, 4. It's going to have to go up.
Shelton hangs. The offhand, the righty floater, he's got it.
Saw him on the beach yesterday and was talking to him, was calm and cool. He said, we didn't come here just to compete. We came here to win. I looked at him and I said, you know, it's 100 degrees out here. You have a sweatshirt on. So staying warm for the game on Sunday.
Appleby, Keller, tough catch. Hildreth played really well. First game Friday. Appleby stays high. Deep corner 3. All 5 points early for Wake Forest from Appleby.
I'll tell you what, the ball movement was exceptional. Everybody was touching the ball, moving it around the perimeter. Open shot for Appleby.
Leah-Pepe, too strong on a 3, almost dropped in. Look at the hustle for the team captain.
Sanza with a great tip back.
From Melbourne, Australia. Shelton, the Northern Arizona transfer crossover. Kick out for Orange. Quick lefty release on that 3. Short is Sanza over the back.
Good ball movement will always get you an open shot. Carr making the extra pass to Appleby for the 3. Sanza tipping back over the smaller Carr. Got that foul, and he's the big guy they need to keep in the game. Stan Johnson does not need him getting in foul trouble because he has a lot of length. It's those big guys from Wake.
Shelton bumps Appleby, almost turned into a potential 4-point play there. And free throws on the way. 3 free throws. Stan Johnson, intense practice he's run here. We've watched a couple times in Montego Bay. Trying to bring back winning to the days of Bo Kimball and the late great Hank Gathers, for whom there's now a statue on the LMU campus in Los Angeles. Record-setting seasons under Paul Westhead. It's been a long time, 1990 since they've gone to the big dance.
Well, it was interesting when they beat Georgetown at the end of the game. It was not in doubt, 18-point win. He was fired up on the bench. It was exciting to see a coach that in tune with his players as Appleby struggling from the free throw line. But this is an LMU team that is down 3 of their better players. So to come in here and to compete and get other guys on the bench a chance to have playing time is only going to help them down the road.
1 for 3 from Appleby, who was 5 for 5 the other night in Wake's first game from the free throw line. Central players to try to get back. Damian Douglas, all West Coast Conference player. Juan Marble, transfer from Wyoming. And Noah Tate's transfer from Stanford. So 3 big pieces on the way back from injury. LMU trying to get a win here to reach Williamson.
Now Williamson bailed out Shelton. There was 9 on the shot clock, but very, very good extended pressure defense by Wake Forest, making it hard for LMU to get an open shot. So just a little overextended on that play.
Pepe does a little bit of everything for LMU. Off-ball foul.
That's 2 on him, and that is not good. I mean, that's a tough developing situation. Graham's in the game now. Graham had a nice game. 4 for 6, 9 points.
Number 21 with a headband in. Transfer from Elon.
He had 9 rebounds, too.
Agreed. He played really well. Hildreth in the paint. Williamson, contested 3. Got it. He got knocked down, too.
I was fortunate that Anderson wasn't called for that foul because he did have some contact.
Orange fake. Needs some help. Wake bench wanted a travel call.
Right now, Wake Forest is playing very, very hard. I mean, there is no let up on their defensive pressure. There's 8 seconds, and the Lions have not been able to get past the 3-point line.
Shelton, the 3. Missed rebound from Keller. Williamson running. Recovery defense in transition. Excellent for Arns.
Smart move, bringing it back. As you look at the numbers, Wake Forest, perfect.
Williamson step back. Another one. 2-pointer.
Wake getting whatever they want. They really haven't had to get the ball inside the car or any of the big guys because everything is going down from the outside.
4 for 4 with Demon Deacons to start. Arns deep corner 3. Can't connect. Appleby the rebound. Here comes Wake Forest again.
1 and done. LMU not getting any second chance opportunities.
Cam Hildreth on the court again. Native of England. National flavor heavy in this game. Both sides. Williamson first miss of the day for Wake Forest. Way off.
Good on-the-ball defense by Arns. Card taking a tumble at half court here. Now, Pepe is on Hildreth, which is a big mismatch. A lot of physicality right now in this game.
Shelton kick out. Anderson up top. Hits a 3.
That was all set up because Pepe shrunk the defense by his dribble drive, and they were able to get the ball back out to Anderson for an open shot. You look for Pepe, number 34. He's the glue to this team. Really does an excellent job of trying to figure things out on the offensive end.
Keller thinking 3 ball. Big man is short. Carr trying to track it down. Comes instead to Jalen Anderson. Anderson 0 for 5 Friday in the first game here against Georgetown from 3. Just hit that one. Appleby nifty dribbling down the sideline. No finish in transition from beyond the arc.
See, now, it was a great play by Appleby, but instead of being smart about it and reversing the ball, he had 2 other guys down there. It was a 3-on-2 fast break. He shot the 3-point jump shot, but it's been all Wake Forest in the early going, Rhino. 11-5, and these guys are on fire. See Hildreth getting it out for an open 3 by Williamson. And Williamson's getting in the lane and saying, I'll do it by myself.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
these young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Experience here at the Jersey Mike's Jamaica Classic. Let's go back to 2018. Beat Georgetown, team we just saw earlier today, win the consolation game, and then Montego division against LaSalle. Took down the Hoyas, took down Ohio of the MAC. Tournament MVP James Batman takes home the 2018 crown. LMU Lions for the West Coast Conference in this building. There's the trophy. Seen some video of that cool trophy on the beach, which is literally across the street from us here at the Montego Bay Convention Center. It's the past champs event held in St. Pete last year. Not a bracket tournament. We saw some great basketball. 3 triple headers.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Got to go shopping at my favorite place in St. Pete.
Didn't buy me anything, I noticed. Again.
Hey.
I'll text you my request.
You gotta be nicer to me.
Traveling call.
LMU is a little bit out of sync in their half-court offense, and it's as much to do as you look at Stan Johnson. It's as much to do with Wake Forest's defense as it is to do with their own offense. Wake Forest has really come out of the gate with a lot of intensity.
LMU goes for a second title. Steal. Foul. Shelton.
The crowd didn't really like that. A lot of fans from LMU in attendance. They traveled the furthest to get here.
Flew to Miami, then chartered from Miami to Montego Bay. Just want to avoid that connection. All that time spent in another airport. Long journey for the Lions from LA. Appleby up top. Long 3. Missed this time from Monsanto. ETSU transfer. Former coaching stop with Steve Forbes. Lea Pepe misfires from 3. Quitman into the game for the first time from Sweden. Monsanto falls to the court. Foul called on Michael Graham.
He had a nice talk with Monsanto last night. Very affable kid from Miami. Obviously follows Coach Forbes from ETSU. Great seeing some of these guys, not only on the court when you're interviewing, but seeing how they are in the pool or in the gift shop.
It's been fun running with so many players. Elevator, yeah, just hang out.
I looked at 34 Clintman. He's got a beautiful smile. Beautiful pass
down low and a big hammer.
And Clintman reminds me of a buddy of my son's, Jackson Hayes, who plays for the Pelicans. He's just got a great smile, lights up the room.
Matthew Marsh on the big dunk from England with love. Wow. Merk Veladze from the Republic of Georgia in. Lewis needs help. Has it with Shelton. 5 on the timer. Cam Shelton. Can't connect on a long 3.
You see Hildreth, who I like a lot. Beautiful look, an unselfish pass for an easy 2. Once again, Marsh taking it up strong.
Here's Hildreth, hangs. Marsh, also from England. Clintman from Sweden. All international team on the court. Basically 4 or 5 guys anyway. Santo. Wake Forest, a lot of international flavor on the court. 8 to shoot. Hildreth for Clinton. 5 on the timer. Appleby. Step back. Way off. Shot clock violation.
That was really good defense by LMU. Obviously, they did not allow the Demon Deacons to get anything easy. They contested every shot. You see some of the LMU backers. A lot of them have solar cane on today. Whatever they use now. Aloe. The sun's been hot.
Steamy here in Montego Bay. We all got the plane today. Whoa, okay. We're in the tropics now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
One spot.
Well, the people here are so nice, and it's very safe. People walking in the hotel. You can bring your kids. We love it. I enjoy being here.
Marteladze for Stevens, thinking 3 ball. Solid green light for this guy. Chance Stevens, the sniper they call him in LA. On the LMU campus, great 3-point shooter.
Well, I tell you, it was an open shot. It was deep, but he's got that range. So Hildreth, or whoever's guarding him, has to understand that he's got a green light and he'll throw it up from wherever.
Hesitation for Davian Williamson. That was sweet.
Williamson already off to a good start. 2 for 3. 3 for 4, 7 points.
Got 6.6 rebounds against LaSalle. And Wake's first win here in Jamaica. Arns for Shelton. Couple lefties. Arns for 3, way off. Marsh handle the rebound, comes to Williamson. Clement through traffic to the free throw line. Hildreth, the sophomore from England. Clement lost it. Arns to take away. And the lay-in.
Arns just continues playing solid defense. He was 4 of 8, but he was 4 for 7 3-point land with 12 points and 3 assists. I mean, that's what the production you need to get out of a kid that played in 3 NCAA tournaments. Although he was a backup, came off the bench.
Marsh down low, lob from Williamson. Another rim rocker for Wake Forest. Wow.
You need experience when you're playing on these high-level Division I teams.
And Stevens with the answer from deep. His second triple.
How about him? He's got range, it's deep. But Wake Forest is getting the ball in the paint as close as you can get. Little Jamaica slam. 4-point lead for the Demon Deacons.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA Schoolboy Football Season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Connect us to our past, and we share them with children to shape our future. We believe in authentic stories. Share yours.
17-13. Wake trying to go 5-0 to begin a season for the second straight year. Well, through the improvement last year for Steve Forbes' team, one key reason he was ACC Coach of the Year, 25-10 record. Amazing jump, up 19 wins overall and plus 10 in the win category in the ACC.
Well, and now he's got a whole new lineup. So this guy's been a little bit of a magician. Steve Forbes understands college basketball. Talking to Demario Monsanto, who followed him from East Tennessee State, he said he knows the game. He's fun to play for. And I think that he demands responsibility and intensity. And they've come out of the game early, playing hard.
Stevens completes a 4-point play. Foul before the break. Carr back on the court. Too strong. Anderson, rebound, run out. Guess who's got it again? Guess who's hitting again? Ken Stevens.
Look at the smile on his face.
3 threes.
He is so excited about that. He's one of the better shooters that I've seen in college basketball. Only a freshman.
10 points. Tie game. 7-0. Line run. Appleby, ultra quick through the paint. I'm not sure how he got through the defenders there. That was remarkable. Missed the shot in close, but Wake has it with a fresh 20 on the shot clock.
I'll tell you, beautiful shot. Appleby coming at it, just like he did last night at Nickelberry. Appleby was out playing because he's so quick and he can jump. He goes out and extends to the shooter. Time Stevens let him go.
Second crack at it for Clinton, successful. 20 minutes and 2 points against LaSalle, the first game that Wake Forest played here. Veladze, transfer from CSUN. Wastes no time getting up court for LMU.
Now that things have settled down, let's see what happens in the half-court offense. It's strategic. It changes the dimension of the game with a guy like Stevenson. They missed the switch. Nobody switched off on him. Williamson passed him off, thought somebody was coming over to help out. And Steve Forbes is going crazy. He's like, don't they understand? You got to guard this guy. He's a shooter. He's a sniper.
That's why the light is solid green for Chance Stevens. 4 threes. Keller. What a feed, what a hammer.
Wow.
Zach Keller, the freshman, up high with the emphatic dunk for Wake Forest. Anderson trying to respond. Foul on a contact in the paint.
Now Stevens, 4 for 4 from behind the arc. And Stan Johnson said he's got the green line. Here's a slam dunk by Keller. It was a beautiful pass by Appleby. But Stan Johnson said he's got the green light. And what's going to be interesting is see how this kid matures and adds to his game. With a jump shot like that, if he gets an inside game, boy, he's going to be Steph Curry.
You see how that ball went through the net? How soft that was. That's a perfect touch from Stevens on that last 3. Great look from our crew here in Jamaica.
He's slim and sort of has a build of a young Steph Curry.
Right for another one, right on cue, there it is. Oh, he's feeling it from deep. Chance Stevens, 5 threes in the first half, lighting up Wake Forest.
The bench goes crazy when he shoots those threes. This is a freshman. He was playing high school basketball last year.
Amazing. Clinton up top, trying to respond. Back iron miss. Mark Veladze, defensive glass for LMU. Chance Stevens, Riverside, California, is on fire.
Well, now he's got to use that jump shot to get other guys open for easy shots because everybody's got to look out and try to see if they can get a hand on him. Williamson cannot go back and help defense. So that's going to lead out the weak side help open as another three goes down. And right now, LMU is 7 for 14 for 50%.
Alex Merkbaladze joins the clock.
21 of the 26 points for the Lions coming from behind the arc.
Wow.
That's good and that's bad. You know, you live by the three, you die by the three. Now you start getting the ball inside. Let Stevens stay outside. The other guys need to get in there and get something going on the inside.
Carr thinking three. The big man, too strong. Back iron miss and some contact. Foul called on Wake Forest. Leia Pepe, great positioning on Klintman. Two international players, Australia and Sweden. Seen some three-point shooting here today in Montego Bay. Alex Merkbaladze from deep.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
.21 largely due to the great three-point shooting for Chance Stevens of LMU. They call him the sniper. He has been something. Stan Johnson told us during practice that green light is always green. There's no hesitation with this young man.
He's got a velvet touch, and he's being smart. He's taking open shots. He hasn't taken a shot that was contested enough, and I think that that's going to be the issue with Steve Forbes. Now, he had to deal with this last night, or Thursday night, because Josh Nickelberry did the same thing. It's 6 3-point jumpers made in the first half against Wake. Second half, you know how many he had? 0. Steve Forbes going to have to figure that out and make sure Chance Stevens doesn't take over this game.
Prior career best have been 15 against non-Division I opponent Life Pacific to begin the year for LMU. They won that game, lost to UC Riverside, beat UC Davis, lost to UC Irvine, and then knocked off Georgetown in this arena Friday by 18. Completely flipped the script in the second half against the Hoyas.
When they had a practice Thursday night, it was crazy. I mean, it looked like they had taken 2 weeks off and they didn't have a game for another week. These guys were going at it, physical.
Anderson steps back. Front iron miss. Merkbaladze has the offensive glass. Fresh 20 for LMU.
It's so important when you have a guy hitting threes. I think everybody feels like it's their game. No, it's the guy that was shooting the threes. You have to make sure that you only take threes when you're open and try to remember your offense is to get the ball right there.
3 to shoot. And Pepe tries a second time and lays it in.
Now he is right in the basket. There's no way you can see the shot clock. That tells you that's a smart player. Got it up really quickly because he knew he didn't hit the rim on the first attempt.
They call him the big dog in LA for good reason. His favorite player, Charles Barkley. for good reason. Clinton in the corner. Front iron miss. Carr, stick back for 2.
Well, the big dog got burned. Carr just reached over top and got that ball. Now, he's obviously got a couple inches on Pepe, but he should have. Pepe's got to box him out. Carr can't get that close to the basket.
Lefty shot. Jalen Anderson doesn't connect. Cam Hildreth. Clinton in the corner. He'll drive the paint over Orange. No roll.
LMU's got to remember that Stevens is high. You got to use him. He hasn't touched the ball the last couple of times down the court.
Foul before the shot from Arns. Offensive foul.
LMU fouls on 34, telling Leia Pepe.
You see Leia Pepe goes straight up after he misses a shot because he realized he didn't hit the rim. And you'll see here Leia Pepe not getting a body on Carr. So that's unusual, the big dog. He's smart, strong, physical player.
Turnover numbers so far, not a huge factor. Pepe a moment ago picked up his first foul off the ball. Appleby thought about step back 3. Saw his extraordinary start here today. 6 early points. Quiet since. Carr gathers offensive foul.
That's good ball movement. I thought Monsanto could have taken it straight to the basket. He was very unselfish and throwing the ball over to Carr, who's cutting to the basket. See, an extra pass. Monsanto was really good down low, but getting with the offensive foul. I think that little late call, but he knocked Cam Shelton to the floor.
Lewis drive for 2. Nice response from Lamont Lewis, sophomore from Paramount City, California. Played 28 games last year. Slasher. Effective in his role, Coach Johnson told us during the practices this week. Hildreth baseline. Appleby up top. 3 rattles out. And Lewis gets it done on each end of the court. Shelton with Marsh back in the game. Pump fight. Travel. Call there on Cam Shelton. That was great golf here. Cinnamon Hill golf course, fantastic among many. Is that our Mike Friedman out there?
That's Freedy.
Oh, wait a minute. We're going to see the shot. We're running out of time. There's only 8 seconds. Mike, step up and hit it. Come on,
Freedy.
Mike. Hole in 1.
Beat the ball. Beat the ball. Beat the ball.
Look at that swap. Beautiful. Nice. Way to go.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
7-point lead for LMU from the West Coast Conference. Head-to-head with Wake Forest from the ACC here in Jamaica. Friday noon Eastern, we're back with more college football. Central Michigan squares off against Eastern Michigan, followed by Colorado State, welcoming the New Mexico Lobos into town. Watch it here on CBS Sports Network. I'm headed to San Diego for Air Force San Diego State next week. Regular season finale. 2 bowl teams, going to be exciting. In the MAC, Toledo has the lead. Jason Candle's team with 5-2 MAC record, but the 2 teams we'll see coming up, the Eagles and Chips head-to-head. Great time of the year. Hoops gets going. These MTEs, college football is rocking and rolling. Some huge games yesterday. How about TCU surviving against Baylor? Wow.
It's amazing how fast they got out to set up for that field goal. I couldn't believe.
I couldn't either.
Sonny Dykes elected to run that ball right before that play.
TCU fans couldn't either. I'm sure. Monsanto can't connect from long range. Georgia beat Kentucky, low-scoring game, stay undefeated. Lewis baseline, nice take, go too strong. Graham a hand on it. Loose change, Shelton, Appleby the battle. Whistle, tie up, arrow points the other way.
Appleby's a junkyard dog, man. He just got in there, 2 white jerseys, and he went right between them. And he is not backing down to anybody. But you look at this game, I mean, LMU, they have 30 points. Cam Stevens, 16. The rest of the team, 14. Been a real igniter for Stan Johnson.
6 for 6 from 3, and some miscommunication there. Hildreth and Appleby not on the same page.
Yeah, that was... Hildreth thought Appleby was gonna stay back. Hildreth and Appleby cut to the basket. Nobody was there.
You're learning, right? Early in the season, it's November. Long way to go.
And these guys, there's a lot of new players. That's great defense by Appleby.
Again, with the overplay, and causes the turnover.
That's a way to get Chance Stevens out of the game. You know, if you can steal the ball like that, he can't get those threes in your face.
And Steve Forbes said, without question, early season, he's been the MVP of Wake Forest. We're seeing why. Third stop, transfer from Florida and Cleveland State. All league honors, both stops, and headed that way in the ACC as well. Clearly, really talented player.
Little zone trap right here for the Lions.
Monsanto can't click from deep. So the longer Monsanto now matching up with Stevens. Perfect from 3 so far. Trying to change the game is Steve Forbes defensively. Arns on a bounce. Graham, good catch. But he turns it over with traffic. Talk about the portal, all the changes. Wake Forest, plenty of those. Appleby leads the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of new guys on this Wake Forest team. And a lot of points, as you see. Maybe Bradford, not that high of a score, but this Wake Forest team has some players. But I'll tell you what Steve Forbes has done by putting Monsanto on Stevens. He's really pulled out their big guys. So LMU's got to get the ball inside. Let Stevens do his thing. He doesn't score the rest of the night. He's already opened up that inside for everybody else to get shots.
First bucket of the game for Cameron Hildreth from England. 9 points, 4 field goals made against LaSalle here on Friday. Stevens overplay. Guess who? Appleby causing another loose ball. He was everywhere in this game defensively. Lob, Hildreth just knocked it aside. Comes right to Arns for 3. Who hits?
And he looks over at Stevens and just laughs. They're both smiling at each other. It really looks like LMU is having fun. I mean, they're playing well. They're helping each other out. And that's what Wake Forest has got to get into. They got to start helping each other out. Get better ball movement and figure out what's going to make it work on the offensive end.
LMU's hit 8 threes and a half. Hildreth way along, trying to get one to go from deep for Wake. Arns again, spot up 3. Not this time.
Trying to get Bo Kimball, Hank Gathers days, running down the court and shooting the threes.
Final minute. Our first half, game 2. Georgetown won the consolation game. Montego Bay Division. It's the large school division championship game here today from Jamaica. Appleby in the bounce. Marsh trying to grab it. Could not find a clean handle.
That was a great pass.
A really good pass from Tyree Appleby. Turned over. Coming up on AT&T at the half. Sights and sounds of Montego Bay, plus stats, highlights, and more, all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Appleby bounced that pass, and he bounced it high, so hard, so it would go high, so it was easier, to grab.
Because Marsh is 7-1, so
yeah, and we would never. You don't want to throw it low.
Timeout in Jamaica. Exciting action. Division championship game.
Join the growing number of scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
33-25, 40.6 to go here in our first half from Montego Bay. Time to check in with the player profile brought to you by the Ministry of Sport here in Jamaica. Davian Williamson, one to watch, coming from Steve Forbes' former spot at ETSU in SoCon, where he's an all-turning team member. Wake's got newcomers and a lot of really significant pieces this year to make a real run in the ACC.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It's no different than Freudian slip there. Patrick Ewing, new guys, new system, having to gel with other teammates. It's not the easiest thing to do. I don't care how talented you are. Even that pass with Hildreth and Appleby, you got to know where each other are going to be, and that's been a struggle a little bit in this first half for Wake.
11-second differential here, partner. Game the shot clock. Shelton pump fake on Hildreth and finishes.
Shelton got down low. Remember, he's left-handed. Got to the middle. He faked in the middle and went to the left hand easily. 9 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock is off.
Hildreth Williamson harassed by Shelton. Ball's loose. Marsh a hand on it. And there's the hole. There's the half. Right in front of the LMU defense. Emblematic of the hard practice we watched here on Thursday. Great hustle. Perfect positioning in the half court. And Wake Forest can't get a shot off at the end of the first half. 35-25 game. Lots of great action, including some big stuff from Matthew Marsh. And three-point shooting from Dan Stevens. AT&T at the half is next.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
presents AT&T at the half. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
From beautiful Jamaica, Montego Bay, fabulous. Welcome to AT&T at the half. 35-25 LMU leads Wake. Chance Stevens, 5 3-pointers for the Lions from the West Coast Conference. Been a fantastic week here in Jamaica for everyone, including the announcers. Lots of sightseeing in this beautiful place. Lush, tropical, so beautiful here. The people, maybe even better.
Hey, it's a lot of work, but somebody has to do it, and we're glad we're invited to do it.
Well, we're back for the first time in 3 years. Time to resurrect a great feature. You're going to love this animation coming up here. Time for Jammin' in Jamaica with Wolfie.
We were with the marketing director for Rose Hall, and we're at Johnny Cash's house. This is Trezell Hilton. And I want to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, the drive up here was a little bit tough. Is that how Johnny Cash wrote the song Walking the Line?
Most definitely. So everything is left the same, just as how Johnny Cash and June Cash wanted it. So the road is similar to what Johnny Cash grew up with. So he decided to leave it the exact same way, and it's a part of the tour that we offer here at the Johnny Cash house. The road is a part of it, so we have left everything exactly the same.
The house was built in 1734, and it's had multiple owners. But Johnny Cash lived here for 40 years.
Yes, he most definitely did. He spent at least 4 to 6 months of each year, 40 years, here at the Cinnamon Hill Great House.
What I loved about it, walking through it, it's beautiful if you have a chance to get here, is the piano. It's the original piano that Johnny Cash wrote songs on. And tell us a little bit about that. It's a beautiful red piano.
Most definitely. So out of the 4 to 6 months that he stays here for the 40 years, he most definitely used that piano. It was his inspiration while he was here in Jamaica. His daughter, June Cash, she actually visited back in 2019, and she had a little music session with her friends right here at the Johnny Cash house at that exact piano that her dad used.
That's pretty neat. But so people, when they come to Jamaica, can they come and tour the house? How does that work?
Yeah, most definitely. You can call us at the Rose Hall Great House, and once you call, you book a tour at the Johnny Cash house, and we give you at least 45 to an hour tour here.
Someone had a good time at Johnny Cash's house here.
Hey, I like Johnny Cash, and I enjoyed it. It was funny seeing these pictures. These are pictures that Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash put up around the house. So it wasn't like seeing them in a book. These are their own photographs. So it was pretty old. It was pretty impressive. 1734. That's a long time ago.
I've seen some golf,
you were
some parasailing, and the broadcasters have had a lot of time watching practice doing games, but also having some tourism too. It's a tremendous place to take in some history and a lot of natural beauty. This lush, tropical, beautiful island. Look at Sugar Mill, Rose Hall near the Johnny Cash house here in beautiful Montego Bay. Time out.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
AT&T at the half. 10-point lead, LMU over Wake Forest. Demon Deacons trying to stay perfect on the year. Chance Stevens, perfect from three. He was incredible. Set a career high with all those three-pointers in the opening half for LMU here today.
Well, I think he set the table for the team because his outside jump shots were, when they went down, opened up the inside game for LMU, and then the other guys on the team helped out. At one point in time, he had more points than the entire team collectively had, and so I think that they got to continue doing that, use that outside jump shot, but they also have to get the ball inside.
Appleby, Williamson, really good start for Wake Forest here today, and then Stevens took the game over. Maybe Williamson, he's been balling here in the two games.
Yeah, he really lit it up early. 3 for 4, had 7 points. Didn't turn the ball over. He's been playing really good defense, and I think that's important. But Chance Stevens really is a story of the day. His outside jump shooting has been fantastic. He hasn't missed a shot. He's 5 for 5 from three-point range. 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He has 16 points. And like I said, he's really helped their offense.
10-point lead, LMU on Wake Forest. It's halftime here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Second half on the way.
Thank you for watching AT&T at the Half.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA Schoolboy Football Season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
David Steve back with you here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Jersey Mike's first half stats. Wolfie, the three-point shooting, especially for Chance Stevens. 5 for 5 from deep. Amazing for LMU.
Well, if you look at it, that's 3 for 12, the rest of the team. So smart move, putting Chance Stevens in the game. But everything else is pretty even. LMU getting some good production off the bench, and that is pretty much because of Stevens coming in. So right now, I think Wake Forest has to figure out what they're going to do offensively against this LMU defense. Somehow they got to get Carr involved in the game. And, you know, Hildreth, who I thought played an excellent game on Friday night, has really not done much here today. He's only got 2 points. Appleby with 6. But the story of the game so far has been Chance Stevens.
So after Georgetown beat LaSalle in the Montego Bay consolation game, Donovan White of the tourism board here in Jamaica honored Patrick Ewing with a gift. Nice bag and a really nice book as we're going to see. Patrick, as you know, is from Jamaica, Kingston, and a Jamaican custom to hand out gifts like that. Someone who's done so much for the island of Jamaica. All the media wanted pictures of Patrick Ewing, who is a big hero here whenever he returns, bringing his Hoyas back. Thought it was so cool that he was involved in the basketball clinic with youngsters here in Jamaica, donating some of his time and taking the pictures afterwards as well.
You can tell this is his country. Yes, he's living in the United States. He was here till he was 12. It means a lot to him, and I applaud him for that. The whole crowd stood up and gave him a standing ovation, which was really pretty neat. It was great to spend some time with him, but the keys to the game so far, really, you talk about Wake Forest. They have no block shots. Their inside defense, after Stevens started hitting jump shots, they struggled. They could not stop anybody inside. They were trying to defend the outside jump shot. Appleby's been doing his job, but he's got to get some other guys involved. LMU, they got the ball in the paint. They've done an excellent job, trying to get the ball down low. Wake Forest has 14 points in the paint to the 10 for LMU. Transition offense, they've hit 2 fast break points, but they've been shooting such high percentage on the 3-point jump shots. And Wake Forest has been shooting a lot of inside shots. They have been able to get the ball out and run.
Underway, second half. Montego Bay Convention Center. Here, Brian, Steve Wolf, the entire crew. Thanks to all who've worked so hard for us. A lot of folks from Jamaica involved in our great crew throughout our few days here. Game 2 of 4. Second half. Long range shot, top of the key. Missed there from Anderson. Carr has a loose change at his own free throw line.
Now remember, Assange has been out. He had 2 fouls early.
Very early.
And he did not play. He's back in the lineup. And great play by Arns. Getting the loose ball on the floor. Keller couldn't put his mitts on it. But right now, I would say that the Lions are a little bit more aggressive, a little more energetic. And I think Wake Forest in the second half has to pick up the intensity.
Sweat on the floor. Stan Johnson, third year. Last year, 11-18, and 3-12 in the West Coast Conference. Dominated, of course, by Gonzaga. Talk in that league. You see a lot of those games on CBS Sports Network that Gonzaga is considering the Big 12. I thought Cam Shelton had an interesting answer when we asked him, would you rather see Gonzaga, the perennial champ of that league, stay or go? And he said,
oh, heck, I want to play the best. But how about Texas? Texas may be back. That was an unbelievable thrashing of Gonzaga the other day. Just look at Steve Forbes cleaning up the floor. There's a lot of wet spots over there. Both coaches pacing back and forth.
And the coach talked about their tough schedule coming up. They play at Wisconsin, November 29th, at Clemson, LSU, neutral site game, App State, at Rutgers, then Duke at home when ACC play starts for Wake Forest. You'll learn a lot about your team in these MTEs. And Steve Forbes wants to see improvement over 2 games, Friday and Sunday. ACC Coach of the Year, first at Wake since the late, great Skip Prosser. Back in for Shelton. With a right. No finish. Somehow rattle out. Carr tracks down the rebound.
Got to be aggressive in the half-court offense. I'd like to see Appleby get some dribble drive, get Keller and get Carr involved in the inside game.
Appleby. Really physical there with Shelton. He thought maybe it was an offensive foul. And Shelton was asking for that. Doesn't get the call. 3 fouls on Shelton.
They're going to pull Shelton out. They're going to put Chance Stevens back in. And that's, as well as Stevens is playing, you really like to have Shelton on the court. I mean, that's a game changer as far as I'm concerned. He's a leader on the floor.
Let's see how that affects LMU. Well, it's 10-point lead at the break. Keller catching traffic, then he lost it. White jerseys everywhere. Taken away by Anderson. On the move for Orange. Got that quick release from 3. Slips, though. Appleby read the pass. Beautifully made the pick. Williamson running the other way. Scoop to the hoop. Offensive foul.
I feel bad for Appleby. I mean, he had a great bounce pass in the first half to Marshall. Couldn't grab it. He had a great out-of-bounds pass to Keller. Couldn't grab it. Here is a great pass cross-court to a driving Williamson. Offensive foul. I mean, those should have been 3 assists. Appleby just keeps on grinding. You know, he keeps playing. And that's a good thing. I mean, it doesn't change his attitude. No difference in his attitude. He's a team player. We've talked about his 2 years at Florida where he led the team in steals and assists.
Whoa, Stevens' first miss way off. Short this time from a corner ball 3 try. It was 5 or 6 from beyond the arc. Keller contemplated a 3.
Yeah, it's sort of like a boxing match right now. I really can't figure out what's going on right now, either team. 2.5 minutes played, nobody had scored.
Wild shot, or a pass, or something, not close to the basket. Stevens picks it off.
Pepe's been very quiet, only 2 points. 1 of 4 from the field.
Sanza, the weave for Anderson, and off the ball.
It's
foul
offensive.
Call. It's a Sanza again.
No, it was on the Suns. I thought they might have called him. That's 3 on him. Boy, that's a big development. Graham's going to have to come back in the game.
Little too physical there with Hildreth.
Yeah, Hildreth did a good job. Wouldn't get an Academy Award, but it was pretty close. Hey.
Sanza's huge. 7'1", 230 from the Congo. Wow.
What happens sometimes when you go out early in the game, you know, when you get back in, you're a little rusty, and he has not played very much. I mean, it's really, they played well without him. There's Hildreth finally getting it going for his 5th point.
First 3, Cam Hildreth. 9 points against LaSalle. Friday, first game here for Wake Forest. Long rebound in the lane for Carr.
Another miss by Stevens. And that's what we talk about. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. You can't fall in love with it. That's an easy way to get Wake Forest back in the game quickly.
Hildreth physical. Keller, spot up 3. Way short. Appleby, a save. Here comes the Carr, stripped. And Pepe saw it all the way.
Great hustle by Appleby, throwing that ball back in.
Anderson floats and hits. That was nice.
That's what we're talking about in the keys to the game. Really, LMU's got to get behind the Wake Forest defense. Wake Forest is big inside, so try to get those breakouts. That time they were able to complete it.
Quick 3, Williamson rattles out. Orange the rebound. Stan Johnson, the coach of LMU, told us Anderson's court speed is phenomenal. We're seeing that here on display. Down low, blocked. Carr recovery, rejection on Michael Graham. Appleby the other way is driving and scoring. Talk about court speed.
Well, that was a beautiful play by Carr, recovering.
Whistle, foul, timeout.
Now, great play by Carr. Appleby just decides to take it coast to coast. Wake Forest down by 9.
At Jersey Mike's
of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Growing, developing.
Basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
We talked about how basketball is building here in Jamaica and developing. This is a game between Cornwall College, a prominent all-boys institution here in Montego Bay, and York Castle, located in Brownstown, St. Anne. Two high schools battling it out on the court. Outside game. Love the referee designation on the shirt.
Did you see the three-point jump shot using the backboard?
What?
That reminds me of growing up. Those hoops, playing outside, there's nothing better. That's where basketball is at its best, on playgrounds, and love to see this country embracing it. You can even tell with the crowds here at these games. A lot more people coming here, a lot more excitement than there was even 2 years ago as you look at Chance Stevens shooting the technical.
Appleby had the flop.
Appleby had the flop, and that is
Class B Tech.
New rule this year. They are, I heard they're going to put that in play in soccer here soon. These guys flop all the time in soccer.
You mentioned that twice now.
I know. This week. I was asking the guy.
Sticking point with you.
I asked a guy at a bar the other night to see if he could turn on the football game. He goes, hand or feet? And I said, hand.
Different country, man. Cricket's really big here. 8 seconds. Shell lost it.
Good play by Monsanto.
Great defense, Monsanto. Appleby through traffic. Hangs again. This guy's spectacular. What a move by Tyree Appleby.
No idea how he got through all those people and still had the ability to get that ball in the basket. Monsanto with the good defensive help. Now the lanes are full. He's looking at everybody, decides, I'm going to take it on the freshman, Chance Stevens. He gets to go.
Double figures for Appleby. First for Wake today. Makes it a three-point play. The and one. Boy, the finish through contact. We've got a lot from coaches when we cover these games. That is a perfect example of Tyree Appleby. Strong.
He's got a high motor.
Layup Pepe, high arcing three, looks for a roll. There's a foul. Carr bumped him.
Well, Carr is looking at the official. He's looking at his coach saying, I didn't get him. But the referee said otherwise.
2 fouls on Carr. Rainmaker threes for the native of Melbourne, Australia.
He has really been quiet. He's got 2 points and 4 rebounds. He's one of the guys that I think is a real factor in this game. Especially now that I think that Wake is going to figure out the Chance Stevens game. Pepe has to get in there and really make some things happen.
Foul beyond the arc by Carr. 28 minutes, 15 points, 9 boards against Georgetown. First game here in Montego Bay. Stan Johnson told us that Layup Pepe is just a nightmare matchup for anyone because he's so big and strong, upper body in lower body too. He's tough to match up with.
Well, if any football coaches are watching in the NFL, he's a guy, Mo Alley Cox kind of body that could play in the NFL. So athletic. I'm sure he's got good hands too, but be a nice tight end.
Like Mo Alley Cox, no football at VCU, no football at LMU. Turnover. right back to Wake Forest here. Eight-point game.
Cam Shelton saw Pepe running down the court, but he couldn't get it to him in time as a 5-second call. Appleby just went out of the game, Rhino. You can see him over on the bench. He's holding his back, lower back, limping off, and he's going to go see the trainer.
Well, you can see it top right corner of your screen there. Stretch him out, take a look at the Wake Forest star guard. 6 to shoot for Carr. Delaware transfer, spins through traffic with a lift. Nice finish. Spin cycle, Andrew Carr. That was sweet.
I think maybe Carr might take over for Appleby in the paint. That was a super move from the perimeter to get to the basket with the time shot clock running down.
What's the other end?
That's going to be on Carr. Oh, they called an offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Lamaj Lewis.
Carr with 2 big plays for the Demon Deacons. He's on the perimeter. He's playing against Pepe and just takes him right to the heart of the basket. And that's a good defender. Just a better play by Carr. On the other end, he got the offensive foul.
Well, Steve Forbes told us during practice the other day that he didn't know much about Andrew Carr at Delaware. Wasn't scouting Martin Igglesby's team, didn't see them at all on film throughout his season. Non-conference or postseason. Lob down low for Marsh, not this time. The British connection doesn't quite work out for Wake. But once he saw some tape on Carr, he said, whoa. When they found out he was in the portal thinking of leaving Newark, they were very interested.
And they got a good one. Just talking to some of the guys last night, they really like his attitude, as you see Appleby getting worked on over there. Great shot by our director, Barry Nicholas.
Here, our producer Joel Catave done a fantastic job. Broadcast here, amazing team. Thank everyone working so hard for us.
And it's not easy. I mean, you're in a different country. There's a lot of things going on. There's some good guys in there. Fun guys to hang out with for the most part.
Shot clock nearly expires on Jalen Anderson, and it's out of bounds.
Well, those guys went to the Falls yesterday. Gary Nicholas took a fall. I mean, he's in concussion protocol right now, but he did a good job getting that camera angle on Appleby.
He is back. Does not look close to 100% to me. A little limp there, maybe.
Well, the way he's playing, 70 to 80% is pretty darn good for this team.
Back in the game is Sansa, the 7-1 center with a block. Playing with 3 fouls, limited by foul trouble all day. Kaladze's return as well, out of the Republic of Georgia. Handles the ball here, top of the key.
We're going to get Appleby on the ticky-tack foul over there. It's interesting watching this half-court offense for the Lions. Everybody knows where Chance Stevens is. He hasn't even seen, he can't even see the basket, much less get a shot off. He missed his first 2 shots here in the second half.
You know, it's interesting, and I heard you say it in the first half. Stevens is lighted up from 3, hits 5 for 5, has a career high in points in the first half, and you say you can't always rely on the 3 because the defenses will adjust, and sure enough, the game has changed because
hey, you know, Steve Forbes, you know, in the earlier game against LaSalle, Josh Nickelberry on Friday was on fire, and it's the same thing. You know, if you're one-dimensional, if you're really one-dimensional, can only shoot that 3, he's going to shut you down. And if that's your bread and butter, you're in trouble. As you look at Stan Johnson, his team staying ahead, up by 6 points. I think it's a really good thing that Hassan's is back in the game. Don't sit him too long. You need him in there. That last block down there tells you what he can do. And he's really the biggest guy they have that'll play.
11 turnovers, only 5 field goals made in the second half. Appleby, playing without the headband, is now not as explosive or quick, it looks like, anyway, here courtside. And he's such a huge factor with that quickness for Wake Forest. 5 to shoot.
intensity level for Wake Forest has gotten a lot better.
Anderson over Marsh, not close. Shot clock violation.
I'll tell you, you get to see the intensity. Wake Forest has picked it up a notch from the first half. And I think they have a strategy, and LMU's got to match their intensity here. They went to halftime with a 10-point lead. So far, they're going to get a foul on Anderson on Appleby.
First foul, Jalen Anderson, junior from Jackson, Tennessee. Clarence Armstrong, one of our 3 on-court officials, is explaining himself. He's had some demos throughout the week here. Pretty cool, the players teaching.
Oh, absolutely.
As you go. Like that. Jump stop, Appleby lobs down low, and Marsh taps it in.
That was a great play. Appleby is limping. He is limping noticeably, and he didn't take out the basket. He just stopped, jump stop, and passed. It was a pass to Marsh. Just keeping Marsh above the rim.
Lea Pepe the take. Short on the righty runner. Marsh the rebound. And Appleby trying to regain some quickness here. Over to Sanza, but draws the foul. He's got his 4th, and we have got a timeout.
And I'll tell you what, the momentum has shifted. Wake Forest coming out in the second half being strong. Here's Appleby. Beautiful pass to Marsh. 4-point game.
Is this entertainment?
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
A division championship game between the large school matchup. More college basketball coming your way tomorrow starting at 12:30 Eastern. Hall of Fame Classic tips off from Kansas City. First up, the San Francisco Dons in LMU's conference, West Coast Conference, battle UNI, Northern Iowa of the Missouri Valley, followed by Grand Canyon. Wichita State going head-to-head. Catch it all here on CBS Sports Network. Some more fun MTEs to watch. Early season goal rush for the Dons. A great start. And we know that Gonzaga's been so amazing year in and year out. Final Four caliber team for Mark Few in that West Coast Conference. USF, San Francisco's been good. LMU's trying to join the group.
But LMU, like we've talked about it many times, this is a depleted team. They have 3 of the top players that are not playing in this game, and they're still competing. The 3-point lead right now over ACC Demon Deacons.
12 points for Appleby, lone double-figure scorer for Wake so far. Stevens, who had the 5 threes in the first half, only lying in double figures. It's been a bit of a rock fight since. Slugfest type game. Who's going to take over? Orange the fake. 3, not even close from Anderson.
Anderson struggled from behind the arc. The last 2 shots he's taken have been air balls.
Appleby's not himself, you can tell.
They've all but erased that 10-point lead that LMU had going into halftime.
35-25 at the break. Appleby, 6 of the timer, bouncing Marsh, offensive foul. No basket.
Down goes Shelton. Boy, he took a beat, and you'll see right here, Marsh trying to get position. It wasn't intentional. They're going to probably look at it. But he was just trying to get his elbows up. Really don't have a clean shot of it.
Matthew Marsh, partner, 7'1", 250. And we met Cam Shelton today at 6'2", 185. He is ripped.
Yep.
LMU, one of the more muscular teams we've come across in college basketball in a long time.
Well, I'll tell you.
Kudos to the strength coach there.
Yeah, I mean, Marsh is, like you said, he's very, very big. And he's a freshman. They're throwing the ball above the rim. He's just going up and getting it and putting it down. His game is going to improve under Steve Forbes. But you think about this team. You got Hildreth. You have Marsh. You have a lot of young players, a lot of transfers in that you can check out with the flagrant. I think it's flagrant 1 if it's anything, but I really think it was a basketball play. When you're boxing somebody out, you're trying to get position. Let's see if you can see it here. I think he was just trying to box out a smaller guy. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, they're not going to be able to. I don't think. Well, we'll see here.
Take a look here. Almost a foot taller. And the left arm wraps around Cam Shelton's face. That hurts.
So, well, I'll tell you. So, if that was it wasn't a 6'1" or 6'2" guy. If that was a guy, like Isanza, that would be a great, box out move trying to get the ball. I just don't. They may call it. I don't think it's a fair call, just because he's a bigger guy and he doesn't know who's playing him. He's going back to get the ball, making himself available. That's what you work on. You work on it day and night.
Clarence Armstrong, AJ Desai, Ellen Miller, the on-court officiating crew here. And we'll get the explanation we hope in a moment. Yeah. It is going to be a flagrant 1.
Boy,
Contact.
Steve Forbes was saying the same thing that we were talking about. He was discussing it with the referee. He doesn't understand it. And even Marsh doesn't understand it right now. He's got the whole team that's on the court for Wake Forest. And Steve Forbes jumps in and he goes, I just don't understand. I don't know how you can call that. So you move on from here.
I like the moment again. Clarence Armstrong, T-ball moment. He's got the whole 5 players from Wake Forest, and he's explaining the rules to them in detail.
So, and I can see. I didn't agree with it, but I can see why it was called. I just think that if I was a bigger guy, if that was Lea Pepe, that wouldn't be a regular, box out trying to get the ball, try to pin your man back so you can get a good entrance pass.
So Shelton has recovered, spin move in the paint, answers with the right.
Cam Shelton, he has been very quiet. He only have 5 points in the game. Williamson grabbing his nose. He looks like he got hit. It's a physical game.
It has been physical, no question. Long range 3. Monsanto. He transferred from ETSU, first point to the game. Palazzi on the other end, can't connect. That will be the effort on the baseline, and the ball's headed the other way.
You can see this nice move by Shelton in the lane. Marsh is saying, better get a little shy of getting over there after the last flagrant foul. But you see Williamson getting hit in the nose. And then Monsanto, good step back by the big fella. Monsanto with his first 3 of the game.
True Jr., Pembroke, Hines, Florida. One possession game here.
There's beef on beef. Lea Pepe and Marsh going toe-to-toe.
Appleby kicks. Monsanto shoots and hits. Back-to-back jacks. Damari Monsanto from 3. And Wake Forest has a lead. First, it says 21-20 in the opening half.
I'll tell you, Monsanto was a game changer on Friday. Really turned around the game against Georgetown, or against LaSalle, and he's done the same here in the second half. Monsanto's going to get the foul here. But just see, once again, it's Appleby. Good pass over to Monsanto for a 3-ball.
Then commits the foul on the other end. And Cam Shelton heads to the free throw line here for LMU.
At the line, Cam Shelton shooting 2.
You got to be impressed. Appleby playing with pain. You can see him when the camera's not on him. I'm watching him, and he is in pain. But he's a great facilitator. Good pass down to Monsanto to get him open. Appleby, 13 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Yeah, he's my front runner for player of the tournament.
Dan Johnson told us during practice this week, Cam Shelton was part of the vision, getting players great leadership roles, multi-tool talent, lefty who can use both hands, plays maybe 2 positions on the court. Monsanto again, feeling it. He checks Marsh. There's the rebound. Arns fouls him.
I'm impressed with Marsh. I mean, Arns is a little bit smaller, but Arns had position. Marsh just went and got the ball. He is a big fella. You know, and he's got some skill, but he's only going to get better.
7-1, 250. And gets the roll on a good touch from the line. Watching Marsh in warm-ups, Wolfie. I mean, he's enormous. Leah Pepe up top, thinking 3-ball. Another rainmaker. Clipman a hand on it. Appleby gathers, separates from the pack, can't lay it in. Marsh and Leah Pepe, what a battle. He thought about a corner ball 3. It settles instead to Cam Hildreth. Foul on the perimeter against LMU.
Everywhere you see, Appleby is there. Offense, defense. Kid's got an engine. See, Arns cannot stop him defensively. Little grab. Sort of like a defensive back. Pass interference on Arns.
2 fouls, Arns. The Ohio State transfer takes a seat next to Stan Johnson on the LMU bench. Appleby's not been 100% since being shaken up in the second half, but he is still so ultra quick. Really impossible to defend. Missed free throw. Shelton tracked down. Needs some help. Finds it with Lewis. Shelton hesitates to the basket for 2.
Wow. That's a big play because Wake ties the game. Your leader's got to bring it back. Shelton with a beautiful drive. Hang time in the air for the easy 2. Let's see if Wake Forest can answer.
Monsanto, short on a 3. Lewis up high for the rebound. Ball trying to grab the ball away from Lewis. Lewis, right low block. Double team, kick out. Stevens back in the game. Good fake on Hildreth. But can't hit a 3. Carr's out of bounds. Baseline, leading us to a timeout.
It's been Chance Stevens in the first half, but Cam Shelton with the up and under circus shot gives LMU the lead back. 7:55 left to go.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Sports Development Foundation, by Margaritaville. Your best day ever starts here. And by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Netball, similar to basketball, 5-on-5 baskets being 1, 2, or 3 points. The governing body is pushing for netball to be an Olympic sport in Australia in 2032. Pretty cool. Well, see so many different things in Jamaica.
Can't teach fundamentals without a backboard. The old backboard. Pete Gillen couldn't call those games. There's no way. The bank will never be open.
Literally. Impossible.
1-1.
Carr to the free throw line. One more here for Andrew Carr. Second Reynolds out. Pepe rebound. Playing for coaches, all the teams. Wolfie, see a lot in the hotel talking about the different culture here in Jamaica and learning so many new things. Dunphy's saying the people here have been so nice to LaSalle. And he and his players have really gotten appreciation from that. Shelton with a right, hits.
I tell you, he has been big in this second half. He's the guy that everybody's looking to. You got Asanza back in the game. You got Chance Stevens, Lea Pepe, but the guy that's coming through right now has been Cam Shelton.
He's got 11. Win Stevens after the brilliant first half. 2 Lions in double figures. Carr buries it. It's a 3.
When you can bring your big guy outside and shoot jump shots like that, that is big. And we're starting all over again. 50-all, tie game.
Each team wants the Montego Bay Division Championship here, the trophy. Bring back to campus. And a foul call.
Better get Clintman on the foul. I'll tell you, it could have been Lea Pepe on that because he was pushing in here. But once again, who passed that ball? Appleby. Beautiful pass, leaving Carr open. When you're as quick as Appleby is, you have to give him a little attention in that lane. That leaves guys open. And he's got great court awareness. Appleby now with 13.6 rebounds and 6 assists to go along with only 1 turnover.
Offensive foul, and picks that foul up. He's doing it all.
Yeah, he has played so well. You see him limping a little bit. Looks like he may have a hip pointer. You know, if you have a hip pointer, it's not one of those things as you see Lewis go down.
Sanza's fouled out.
Or Sanza, I'm sorry, with 5 fouls. But Appleby, if you have a hip pointer right now, it's going to hurt, but it's not something that can get really worse, I don't think. So I think he'll play with this and try to gut it out.
9 minutes for Asanza. Fouls out. Clintman, good position, and then goes to the left off the glass for 2.
Great pass by Appleby again. 7 assists. Nice left by Clintman.
And Pepe fouled on the way to the basket. Sano picks up the foul on the baseline. Past winners, Florida State, LMU beat Georgetown in 2018, then Utah State the last time it was held here in Jamaica prior to the pandemic. held at Eckerd College in St. Pete, Florida last year. 6 teams playing 3 games each, no divisions, no champion. It's a great MT, you and I covered on CBS Sports Network a year ago. This is a much different experience.
We both live in Florida, so going to St. Pete is great. I love it, but it's still not Jamaica. With the bench right there, you see Chance Stevens, who has struggled here the second half, but he's the guy that helped get them their lead, a 10-point lead at halftime.
Monsanto, top of the key, short. Shelton continues a big day with a rebound. Rebound and run out. Trying to finish all by himself. Carr, weak side rebound. Appleby still pretty quick despite being injured. Up and under, little left reverse layup. One quick this time for Tyree Appleby.
Getting up and down last couple possessions.
Shelton feeling it, too strong. Anderson really nice offensive rebound at the free throw line, tipped up, a miss there for Graham. Appleby tracked down the corner, and then he's fouled hard.
He set that up. He saw Anderson behind him, and he decided, it's like pulling a car in front of another car that was going 70, 80 miles an hour. Appleby was moving, and you'll see Anderson jump right in front of him. I'm sorry, Appleby jumped right in front of Anderson. Watch this. Appleby just cuts over in that lane. Hey, that's my lane. Anderson can't stop. He's just creative.
Led Florida in the SEC assists both years in Gainesville. He came to Wake with more than 1,500 career points. Steve Forbes, when he had a chance to bring him to Winston-Salem, a tremendous addition. CBS Sports embraces authentic stories. Share yours at #MyNativeStory. Grad student guard, Jacksonville, Arkansas. Appleby hit the free throw. Got a great finish brewing here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. 2022 Jersey Mike's Jamaica Classic. Divisional championship on the line today.
And keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA Schoolboy Football Season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Hi, I am Íñigo Martínez. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Wake Forest trying for 5-0. Steve Wolf to begin the new season for Steve Forbes, and Tyree Appleby, even if he's not 100%, is 100% awesome to watch.
He's been involved in every play. He's got 15 points. Hasn't shot the ball great, but he's been 6 for 9 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 7 assists. And what I think is impressive, with as much as he's had the ball in his hand, he only has 1 turnover. Both of these teams have been decent as far as handling the basketball. Wake with only 12 turnovers. It's been an up and down game.
Sandoz fouled out for LMU. Lions have to go smaller and try to win this championship. Spin move, Anderson. Patient down low for two.
He had no place to go. You know, he picked up his dribble a little bit too soon because he thought he's somebody cutting the basket. He had nowhere to go. He's ready for get a 5-second call and he's put it up.
Appleby kick out to Carr. 10 on the timer. ISO Appleby. Hildreth. Right back to the speedy weight guard. Baseline. Scoop to the hoop for two.
It's a great two-man game with Hildreth. Back and forth. It looked like they played together before. That's just something special for Steve Forbes to watch.
In the corner, Anderson. Back iron miss. Marsh. Walks out the sun. That is one big man out there.
I'll tell you, he's playing a good game. You know, he did have that foul, but Appleby made a mistake. He should have thrown that ball a little bit higher. You know, when you have a guy that's 6'2" going against a guy who's 7'1", you have to throw that thing high. Shelton, he's going to fight like a junkyard dog on that. Because you'll see Appleby right here. Little give and go. Gives it up. Hildreth does it back to him, and then he goes straight baseline. He beats Graham on the baseline and was able to put it in. You know, we got that mismatch.
One more here for Anderson.
Anderson with 8 points on the afternoon.
Chip on the shoulder type guy, says he's a big fan of Damian Lillard. Under-recruited, ended up going to Weber State. And the rest is NBA superstardom history. Not a lot of schools beyond LMU interested in Jalen Anderson. Sometimes that provides the motivation these college basketball players need to achieve greatness. Got a great finish brewing here in Montego Bay.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long.
Well, pretty much everyone on that shot on their phones, at least they were a second ago. Maybe just tweeting out some Instagrams, cool stuff about our great event here. How about some more amazing hoops coming your way? 4:30 Eastern. Don't miss the conclusion of the Baja Mar Hoops Championship. Oklahoma State goes head-to-head against DePaul for the third-place prize, followed by UCF and Santa Barbara, competing for the title 7 Eastern. Catch it right here on CBS Sports Network. See Musa Cisse in action from the Pokes. 11 boards, 4 blocks per game this year, leading the Big 12 in both categories. Wow, what a factor. Double-double against the Knights already at that event.
Cam Shelton, man, I'll tell you what, we've talked about him throughout the tournament. He's the leader on the court, and he has really taken over for LMU. Chance Stevens was the MVP of the first half. So far, it's Cam Shelton in the second half, doing everything his team needs, offense and defense. He's a scrapper, I'll tell you.
What a leader. A chance to meet him this week. Going through traffic, lobbing. Marsh grabs it and finishes. Nice shot on the baseline.
Well, the alley-oop was a little bit short, but Marsh brings it down and does an excellent job of finishing.
Marsh 3 for 3 from the field. Big guy. A big factor. 7 points. Wake by 3. Anderson leans. No finish. Grab a hand on it. Loose ball, Appleby.
Marsh and Carr doing a great job inside.
There's Marsh again. Feed from Klintman. European connection for Wake Forest. And a big hammer dunk for the big guy.
Big to big. Klintman with a nice pass. Good finish.
Double figures for Marsh now. Lead at 5. Lea Pepe, high arcing 3.
Boy, he's struggling with that 3 today. Guys shooting 54% from threes so far today. Lea Pepe, 0 for 4.
Wake has hit its last 3 shots. Appleby driving. Marsh again gathers and hammers the and 1. Matthew Marsh. This big guy's taking over here in Montego Bay.
Well, Hildreth just looks for it all the time. This is the shot, the first shot. And then the second shot, you see Marsh open in the lane. Flushing it down. Who do you think it was? Appleby. Another assist.
Again.
7 rebounds and 8 assists.
8 times. Wow. Marsh is having a career day here as he completes the 3-point play. Lead up to 8. Timeout, LMU. Stan Johnson, third-year line coach, has seen enough. Steve Forbes architected that amazing turnaround, Wolfie, last year. The ACC Coach of the Year, the plus 24 each of 5 seasons. Wow, 24 plus wins at ETSU in the SoCon. A former assistant of Bruce Pearl at Tennessee. We had a great visit with him during practice here, and he's got quite a vision for Wake basketball.
Well, and let me tell you what, he's had 2 instances. Friday night, Josh Nickelberry went off at 6 threes, shut him down in the second half. Tonight, Chance Stevens has 5 threes, shut him out. No points in the second half for Stevens. So that's just really good coaching and strategy, as you see Cam Shelton, who's just trying to will his team to victory here. 19 points.
Lead at 6. Just over 2 to go, second half. Appleby has been brilliant. Marsh, a huge factor, literally. He and Hildreth combining on some lobs and dunks. Hildreth himself to take and 2.
I'll tell you, Hildreth, he's got 3 assists and 7 points, and he's played a really good game. Smart game.
Shelton baseline. Needs a bailout. Trying to find Graham. Pick Wake. Appleby lost on the way up court.
So this is what I feel that Appleby should have done. He needs to slow it up. There's a minute 45 to play. You don't need a bucket. You're up by 8. Take care of the ball. Juice the clock. Instead, it's a turnover. That's one of the few mistakes Appleby has made.
And he's wincing now. Looks like a shoulder issue. And a leg or ankle issue earlier in the second half, but he's been out there for the most part.
Well, Clinton was vying for them to review it, and Coach Forbes did the same thing. There was something they saw that they felt the referee didn't see. But still, I think that Appleby, that's one of the things in maturation. Bring that ball back out. You know, you're winning the game.
This is reviewable. Hildreth's shot.
It's a next play.
Next play, here we go. Hildreth again. Really nice couple layups we've seen from Cam Hildreth in this game tonight. He's played well in both.
He might have been looking for Wake. He might have been looking to lay a Pepe with a push on Hildreth. But that wasn't on that possession. It was on the possession before. Now here's what I thought they were talking about. I don't know what they were looking for, but I don't think there was anything saying Orange is pushing him. I don't. Oh, Lea Pepe.
Throwing the left shoulder, maybe?
Yeah, throwing the left shoulder.
Leaning in there with that.
Yeah.
And Appleby lost it. He felt he was fouled by.
Well, and maybe they wanted to see both of those because Lea Pepe did push Hildreth or Carr. I'm not sure who it was in the last possession. So. The referee's telling everybody to go back to their huddle. Let's see if they can give us some clarification here. No problem at all. They're giving the ball back to LMU.
No foul.
No foul. And actually, right there, that was just an acting job by Appleby. That was not a foul.
There was contact. I think
yeah, there was, but not.
Lea Pepe had the shoulder out a little bit.
I've seen Appleby go up there for shots and do acrobatic things. If he falls down with that, he's a different athlete than I thought, because I've seen him make some unbelievable moves with contact.
All right, that turnover gives one last shot here for LMU to get back in the game. Lea Pepe, high-arcing 3 again. Another miss, and the baseline. The fight with Graham and Marsh. There's still time. LMU can't afford an empty possession here.
Yeah, they need a bucket bad. At this stage of the game right now, they need to look at a 3, and they're wasting time, precious time.
Stevens step back over Hildreth, got it. Much needed for Stan Johnson's team. Cuts it to 5 with a minute 20 to go here in the second half.
Old Trapper Beats.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
Unstoppable in the first half, but Wake adjusted. As Wolfie pointed out, second straight game. Josh Nickelberry did the same thing against LMU for LaSalle, first half of the first game. Evans hits this one a moment ago to keep the faint hopes alive for LMU in the second half. Okay, so if you're Stan Johnson in that huddle, what are you thinking about right now?
Right now, I think you look at it and say, okay, we're down 5, and there's a minute 20. I want you to trap. I want you to make sure that you try to get the ball. If you don't, let's have a quick foul. Or with a minute 20, you hopefully Wake Forest goes down there and plays an offensive series. You still have enough time. I'm now thinking more about I wouldn't foul. I would just say, listen, play strong defense. If you can get the steal, get it. And maybe you get a foul. We'll live with that.
There's your game reset.
What you really want to do is you want to trap hard. Put the pressure on. There hasn't been pressure much of the day. So trap. They didn't get a trap, so they're going to just let it go. Got a minute 20. See what we can do.
Shelton trying to match up with Appleby, which has not been easy. Overplay. Leah Pepe. Shelton found it. Almost fouled. Turnover the minutes ago in regulation.
Now Hildreth is on Stevens. So tight.
Shelton, step back, thought about a 3. Step through traffic, but he missed it. The scoop to the hoop, Leah Pepe.
No fouls. No fouls. Stan Johnson wants his guys to get back. Let them play defense. That was really smart play by Cam Shelton. Didn't offer up for the 3-point jump shot unless he had Stevens. Leah Pepe coming through with a big 2 stick back.
1 possession game, 15 to shoot.
Got to have good defense. You cannot allow.
Appleby lost it. Leah Pepe the hustle. Here's Shelton. Finds Arns. Thought about a 3. Step back 3 on the way. Short. Marks the rebound. There's a foul.
That was a good quick foul down there. But Arns had the shot. Arns had the shot. Nice move to the basket by Cam Shelton. There's Leah Pepe with the stick back. Great hustle. The big dog going on the floor. But you got to give Clintman credit. Did a really good job of getting those long arms out and putting a hand in Arn's face.
Mars 2 of 3 free throw line here tonight so far. As a team, Wake 9 of 14 from the stripe. Got some perspiration on the court. And a legion of ball kids out there helping out.
I was getting ready to help.
Love that. That's teamwork, Steve.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's the kind of guys you need.
Big free throw for Marsh. One more. Fourth Jersey Mike's Jamaica Classic Championship about to be determined here. First since 2019, Utah State on Mount West one. Marsh missed a second. 10 seconds to go. 3-point game. Shelton, 7 seconds. Cam Shelton with 5. 3 seconds, steps back to tie it. Got it! What a shot from Shelton. And a timeout for Wake Forest. With 1.6 seconds left in regulation. Oh, baby!
What a great shot. We had the eye angle right here. And he just went straight up and nailed it. So now it's important, if you're LMU, to forget about that shot. The game's still going on. Wake still has a little bit under 2 seconds to get a shot up. But you see right here, Shelton under control, calm, cool, and collect. That right there with Appleby coming over, he really set a pick on Hildreth. And Hildreth was not able to come over and help out and get a hand up. in Shelton's face.
Shelton's first 3 of the game, partner. 18 points to lead the way for LMU. Taking his time. And you're right, if you're Hildreth, you can't foul him there. You got to contest, but you can't be too aggressive.
But he couldn't get over the pick because Appleby went over top of the. Watch Appleby come over right there, right in front of Hildreth. That's like a pick. Well, they have 1:06 on the clock right now.
Checking the scoreboard here in the clock. Look at the video to see when the timeout was called and when the basket goes through here from Shelton.
They may at the most put a second on there, but I think they're gonna stay at 1:06.
8-0 run to finish out regulation, at least to this point, for LMU.
Well, Lea Pepe and Graham are going to be the most important people in this situation because they're going to double Appleby. Oh, now they're getting Chance Stevens up on the ball. Remind you of the old UK Duke game.
Oh, deep down court. Parr grabs and spins. He's short.
Lea Pepe did an excellent job of guarding without fouling. That was a really good defensive play by LMU.
And we have got overtime to determine the Montego Bay Division Championship for the large schools here at the 2022 Jersey Mike's Jamaica Classic. Shelton with over 3 seconds to go. Step back three over Hildreth. Tied it up from deep. His only 3 of the game means we've got overtime coming up from the Montego Bay Convention Center here on CBS Sports Network.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
Getting set for overtime here. Jamaica Classic Montego Bay Championship game. For those of you tuning in for the Baja Mar Hoops Bahamas game between Oklahoma State and DePaul, you will be able to find it streaming free on the CBS Sports app or at cbssports.com/CBSSN as soon as it tips off. Of course, we'll get you there immediately after the conclusion of this game here on CBS Sports Network. Wall-to-wall college basketball. You gotta love it. We saw Georgetown beat LaSalle, consolation game in the large school division here in Jamaica. 8-0 run for Cam Shelton and the Lions, Wolfie, to end regulation, and he was so calm on that game-time 3.
You know, he was calm yet on Friday or Thursday talking to us. Really relaxed and knew what he wanted to say. You can tell why Stan Johnson calls him the leader on the court. Lea Pepe may be the glue on the court, but Shelton is definitely the leader.
Yeah, he's their best player. We've seen that over 2 games. Off a curl and a screen. Orange short on a 3. And Hildreth's defensive glass to begin overtime for Wake Forest. Now, Shelton told us this week after practice, in my 2 stops, Northern Arizona and LMU, I've never made the tournament. 5 years been trying. This is it for him. So important for LMU to be competitive in the WCC. And games like this will help them try to compete with Gonzaga, St. Mary's, BYU, San Francisco. Klintman leads for Marsh. Here's the battle, won by Arns.
And, you know, Kim Shelton said, we talk to the coach all the time, you're not talking enough about us having to go to the NCAA tournament. So that was a really good play by Shelton. Hildreth took some of the brunt of that and pushed himself back. It was a little bit of an acting job, and they allowed Shelton to shoot that. Hildreth was fortunate not to get a technical on that.
Shelton and Stevens, 20 points each for LMU. Carr is bumped by Lea Pepe. Carr goes down. Things get physical, and Lea Pepe and Arns are discussing a defensive breakdown emphatically.
Well, Arns is saying Lea Pepe is getting a little bit crazy. He had a couple pushes, and right now you don't need that. You need guys to be focused. Arns went over and said to him, hey, listen, you need to settle down. I think that's what you do. You try to help each other out. Arns talking to Stan Johnson.
The Baja Mar Hoops Bahamas game between Oklahoma State and DePaul is underway. Now available streaming free on the CBS Sports app or cbssports.com/CBSSN. We'll get you out there as soon as this game is over.
You love the intensity. You know, Arns and Lea Pepe want to win this game. They're working together, and now it's getting a little bit chippy out there. It's been a good, clean game. The referees are just settling everybody down.
Go from Jamaica to the Bahamas for DePaul, Oklahoma State. As soon as this game is over here on CBS Sports Network, into overtime. Shelton on the basket, Carr the free throws, tied up again. Shelton. Screen from Graham. Lea Pepe, 8 on the timer. It's in Shelton's hands again. 5 on the timer. Hesitates. Separates. Can't score though. Hildreth, good defense. And then crashes the boards for the defensive rebound.
Hildreth stayed with him. I thought that was good defense by Hildreth, like you said. Obviously, Shelton took advantage of the end of regulation with that jump shot, but Hildreth, these are big battles, man.
Appleby hangs and hits, top shot. $17, making now 19 for Appleby. A 2-point deep lead. Arns off the pick, hits.
Boy, that's huge. A 3-point jump shot in overtime. That gives LMU Lions the lead. Arns has struggled with that 3. He's only 1 of 7. That's his first one he's hit. But that was a money shot.
Marsh, weak side rebound, miss Appleby. Monsanto buries a 3. His third of the game, huge. Near sideline bomb for Damari Monsanto.
Monsanto 6'6", 225, hitting it from downtown.
Man.
This match right here, you see Appleby guarding Lea Pepe.
Trouble with the handle. Shelton calms the waters. Step back, Arns. Hit it!
Boy, that's key.
Another three, and Carr bumped him. Almost a chance for a 4-point play. Stan Johnson pumping the fist like it's the WCC tournament in Las Vegas.
Arns is getting cramps over on the side, but, say what you want about Lea Pepe getting in Arns' face before. It fired Arns up, and maybe that was the intent by Lea Pepe, but
Hildreth, and one!
This is like a title fight, going back and forth. There's a lot of physical play, a beautiful drive in the lane. With Hildreth, gets Arns with the third. Piece personal foul. Nice move. Arns getting Carr out of the way with the pump fake and the dribble.
See Stan Johnson's reaction there?
Oh, he went crazy.
Man. And then Hildreth, the British invasion on this team. Hildreth, Matthew Marsh from Great Britain. Marsh out, Keller in.
This has been a physical game, up and down. Every free throw's important. Every possession's important in overtime.
Three-point play for Hildreth.
Let's see what LMU will draw up here at the other end.
1 minute remaining in the overtime period.
Final minute of overtime. Steal Hildreth. Red Lea Pepe's kick-out feed perfectly. That's right back to Wake Forest.
I tell you, Hildreth, he just gets it done. 4 of 6, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He's been involved in every physical battle that they've had tonight.
Double team in the corner. It's out of bounds.
Little bit too much dribbling there. We go to review.
Inside 2 minutes of regulation, 2 minutes of overtime. The bounce plays are reviewable from the on-court officiating crew. Let's see, big call here.
I think it was off Hildreth. Double check here.
Very close and hit his foot or someone else's when he flips the double team.
Oh, you know what? It might have hit Arns' foot.
Here's the angle.
Slow it down a little bit. Yeah, it looked like it hit Arns' foot.
I mean,
that was a good call.
I think this is going to be overturned.
I think it will be too. Hildreth was really upset about it, so that sort of gave me an indication that there was a...
It's called out of bounds to LMU by Clarence Armstrong, one of the 3 on-court officials here in Montego Bay. Also checking the clock for time.
LMU basketball.
You know what? It's about the clock. It's not going to be overturned here.
Oh, I thought for sure that hit his...
No possession change with the review. Only the clock, which is now at 30.4.
I actually thought it did hit his foot. In that situation, when you're up by 2 and there's 30 seconds left in the game, bring the ball back. Don't get involved in a trap. There's nothing good that can happen in that corner. But I still thought it hit off his foot.
Shelton. 2-point game.
Oh, no.
Stevens free. Hits it. Chance Stevens has another one.
How about that? Chance Stevens and Steve Forbes gets a timeout.
LMU by 1. The freshman always has the green light. Hits his 7th three of the game. First half had 5 threes, unstoppable. Second half, things really turned around until the latter stage of half number 2. Then in overtime, he puts his team ahead with a big triple.
Well, and I'll tell you, Appleby, as well as he played, he got caught. And Stevens, you got to give the freshman credit. He found an open spot. He settled down the latter part of the second half. He looked scared in that beginning of the second half because they were throwing everything at him as he goes out of the bench. Onto the bench, it's a career high. Putting in Lewis for defensive purposes. There's a lot of time left. I think what you have to do is you have to look at Appleby, get the ball in his hands, and then see what he can do with the big fellas. Put the big fellas on the block and let them go for it.
A timeout for each here.
They've had good success getting the ball into the hands of Marsh underneath the basket.
10 seconds. Hildreth under the basket. Lea Pepe, the rebound, the whistle. Foul. Against Wake Forest in a 1-point game.
Number 30, Monsanto is third.
Monsanto picks up his third.
Well, that's tough.
Kelly Lea Pepe from Melbourne, Australia. 1-1 here in a 1-point game. Hits. 5 of 6 in the game for Lea Pepe for the free throw line. Misses the second. Appleby the rebound. 2-point game. Tyree Appleby to look for tie it. Marsh has got it. Rebound. And the layup is missed. He got it, but he couldn't finish it. And LMU wins in overtime, 77-75. And what a celebration for the Lions.
Well, the Lions were able to come to Jamaica and beat a Big East team and an ACC team and get back to the West Coast as champions of the Classic.
Second time they've done it in school history, 2018 and now 2022. LMU, champs in the Montego Bay Division.
Well, Marsh had an opportunity. All he had to do is lay it in, and it would have counted. But I think you get a little nervous in that situation because you want to hurry up and get it in there quick. But look at Marsh. He had time, just a little bit too hard off the glass. See the shot clock up there?
He could have dunked it too.
He could have picked time. But you don't know that. It's harder.
Right, you can't see the clock.
Yeah, that's just an unbelievable end of the game for the Lions. Heartbreaking.
DePaul, Oklahoma State coming up next from the Bahamas. Now the entire crew, Steve Wolf and Dave Ryan saying so long from Montego Bay, Jamaica. You've been watching CBS Sports Network. LMU wins it today.
Tonight they meet in the Caribbean.
They got hoops in Jamaica now.
A great shot.
When you have length, when you have talent, when you have size,